All right, did you press play?
Mm-hmm.
Okay, thank you, Ella. All right, so took a little break there to adjust our camera. And what we're going to do right now is I think I was just talking about readiness, how to know if your child's ready. Yep. So let's get started. I'm assuming Ella Rose is going to sit here with me, and she's going to help me with demonstrating how you would start on toilet training. So we're ready to get started. All right, and what this looks like is, wait, please put your hands down. Wait until I tell you, okay? What we're going to do is we're going to assume that Ella is my 2.5-year-old. All right, you're 2.5.
I'm not
And for this,
8.
well, for right now, you're going to be 2.5. And for this practice. So what you would do is you've determined your child's ready, you're ready, you're going to do toilet training. Well, when your child wakes up, you got all your stuff ready, all your rewards, some fun things to eat and drink that have lots of liquid. What I would recommend doing is starting after breakfast. And I would say, good morning when Ella wakes up. Good morning. So good to see you. You know what we're going to do is we're going to go have a yummy breakfast. And then after breakfast, we're going to teach your baby, Rosie here. We're going to teach your baby, Rosie, how to go pee-pee in the potty today. And you're going to learn how to pee-pee in the potty today, too. All right? But let's go have breakfast, and then we'll start afterwards. So I'd go ahead and take her diaper off. Put another diaper on. You're not really starting the toilet training until after breakfast. Why? Because it's my recommendation just to have a pleasant breakfast. Get your kid to drink 2 servings of chocolate milk or whatever it is they like to drink. With a big bowl of watermelon, get their bladders full, and then after you've had breakfast, you're going to move to your toilet training area. I'd recommend doing toilet training in an area where that does not have carpet and that's close to a bathroom. So what was nice is when I did toilet training for my girls, they had their rooms were attached to like a Jack and Jill bathroom, and so it's a bathroom that connects to 2 bedrooms. So what was nice is that we kind of played, right next to the bathroom with the door open, and we had tile and hardwood floors. So, when Ella did pee on the floor, it was no big deal. We'd just clean it up. If you have carpet, I would find an area that's carpet free at first. So one is if you also have, with scheduling work things, try to make sure that this is like blocked off on your calendar, because again, with starting this, you don't want to have a conference call for 11 o'clock and have to say, oh, Ella, let's put your diaper back on. I got to take a phone call. Really schedule, I know that'd be silly. Schedule toilet training to be during a time where you have 1 or 2 days you can kind of focus on this. So also, again, just cut out the technology. Day 1, we're going to, after breakfast, what we're going to do is we're going to go to our toilet training area, and we're going to get the doll or whatever you're using. Ella, please go fill that up with water. Fill that up halfway. Do you have to have a doll that pees? No. So Ella's filling up our cup of water right now. Oh, we do? Well, if you have one, that's fine. But what you're going to say is, okay. Well, actually, hold on. Ella Rose, come back over here, please. Walk this way. So, again, assuming Ella is my 2.5-year-old, and we would say, oh my goodness, your baby's so excited. Today's a big day. She's going to learn how to use the potty. Here, let's take this diaper off. She doesn't need that diaper anymore. Can you help me take her diaper off? Thank you. All right. Baby's gonna learn how to go pee-pee in the potty today and poopy in the potty.
That's the wrong way.
It's okay. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna put
the
underwear on. Yep, it's okay. This baby's very small, so the diapers are big. All right. And Lillian, hi. I have twins. I have twin tuna. Hey, be careful. Don't knock the camera over. Okay, Lillian, you can learn how to use potty too. One of the things I often hear is like if you have multiple children, they're the same age, should you toilet train them at the same time? If you want to try that, that's fine, or you can do it individually. There's no like right or wrong answer. One thing that's kind of nice is if you're toilet training them at the same time is when the other ones, like if Lillian sees Ella get rewarded for peeing in the potty, she's probably going to be, it's kind of like sets off a cue for her, like, ooh, if I do the same thing, I can get rewarded. So we call this vicarious reinforcement. So I think they can feed off of each other in that sense. Oh, Lillian, I see you're ready for some fruit snacks. Guess what? Lillian and Ella, we're going to give the baby a fruit snack after she pees in the potty. Watch this.
And I can eat it.
All right. So, baby, let's get ready to use the potty. So this is the demonstration part. You want to help me pull down our pants? Yeah, the baby's going to go pee-pee in the potty. All right, baby. Let's go pee-pee. Yay! Baby went pee-pee in the potty. Yay! And we would have some toilet paper here. We'd help the baby wipe, and then she throws it in the toilet. Yay, baby, you went pee-pee in the potty. You can have a fruit snack.
And I can have one.
You can have one too, Lillian. Okay, Lillian, sit down your hiney so they can see in the video.
That one.
Oh, you want one too? Great. Well, guess what? You guys are going to get to have a turn. You guys get to have a turn going pee-pee in the potty too. And when you pee-pee in the potty, you can have a fruit snack. All right, baby gets a fruit. All right. Now, who wants to teach baby? Who wants to teach baby how to go pee in the potty? Yeah. Who wants to teach her? Okay, you do. All right. Let's put her pants back on.
And then me.
Yeah. She drank a lot of juice at breakfast, so she probably has to pee again. All right. So teach her how to go pee in the potty. So after you demonstrate with the dog, you let your child demonstrate. Okay. All right. Good. No. Say, good baby. You went pee. You went pee in the potty. You can have another fruit snack. Oh, good. Now, are you guys? Oh, Ella, Lillian, are you ready to get a fruit snack? Okay. Oh, Lillian wants to do a turn. So I like how you taught the baby to go pee in the potty. You can have a fruit snack now. All right. So again, we're assuming that Lillian and Ella are my 2.5-year-olds. They're twins.
No, no.
They hate it when people. So Lillian's getting the baby ready. She wants to do a demonstration. That's fine. I'm glad she's excited. We call this modeling and demonstration. What we're doing is she's learning by teaching the baby how she's going to go potty. Super cool. All right. The baby. Okay, teach the baby what to do. Say, pull down your pants. Okay. You gotta lift her up a little bit.
I can pour it.
You can do it? Okay. Yeah. Oh, she peed a lot. How is she peeing all that? Yay, baby. Tell her, say, yay, baby.
Hey, baby.
Now, here, let's help her go wipe. Let's give her some toilet paper. Help her wipe. Yay. And then what we would do is empty this out. Okay, so yeah, you can have a fruit snack for teaching the baby. One, please. All right. Now, what I would do is I would have, now that we've done the demonstration, I would say to my child, I'd say, okay, now it's your turn to learn how to use the potty. And at this point, I would take off their diaper, which you guys don't have diapers, but your child, you'd help them take off their diaper and help them put on their underwear. You would just keep them in underwear, and either if they want to wear a shirt, they can, but you need to be able to see their underwear. So what I would recommend is if they had a long shirt, tie a knot in it, or if it's Florida where it's in March and it's 87 degrees outside, you know, if they want to run around in their underwear, that's fine. Some people start toilet training with no underwear. Is that right or wrong? I've heard from lots of people that that's worked for them. The reason why I would start, though, in underwear with the toilet training is because you're teaching your child how to pull their pants up and down. It's like you're teaching all of that at the same time, as opposed to having to teach that extra the other way. But like the approach of keeping your child completely without underwear at first, what is good about that approach is that you can see if they start to have an accident. What I mean by that is if your child starts to have an accident, you want to immediately stop them and say, whoa, stop! And try to kind of, you don't want to frighten them, but you want to shock them a little bit in the sense of you get their attention, you say, stop! and you immediately get them to clench and take them to the potty and say, okay, now pee. Put that back, please. All right. So what you would do is after doing the demonstration with the baby, like Ella and Lillian. Lillian, please put your hands down. Okay, look at me. Look at me. You're going to get a chance to earn a fruit snack after you practice, all right? Okay? Listen, if you touch something up here, you're going to have to leave, okay? What will happen if you touch something up here? That's right. All right, so what you're going to do is then change your attention to your child. You're going to take their diaper off, help them put underwear on, and then say, now it's your turn. Immediately after doing the demonstration, you'll direct them to sit on the potty. And this is where, when your child is sitting on the potty, and I'm not going to do this demonstrate this with Ella and Lillian, but while they're sitting on the potty, you would encourage them to pee, but you don't want to be like, okay, go, hey girls, please go dump that out for me and bring it back. Dry it off with a towel and bring it back.
I will.
Okay. Ella, will you please go check and make sure the camera's still going?
Mhm.
So,
It is.
all right, perfect. So what you want to do is while your child is sitting there, you want to be chill. You don't want to be on top of them. I don't know about you, but it's really hard if you're in a, please sit down in the chair. It's really hard, like if you're in a public place where you're using a bathroom with other people and someone's trying to talk with you. Kind of hard to relax and go pee, right? Same thing with your child. Okay, girls, thank you. Okay, please go play in your bedroom quietly. You can go play while I finish up the video. All right? I'll let you know if I need your help again, okay?
Bye.
Thank you. Thank you so much, girls. Oh, dry that out and bring that back. Please don't touch that.
There you
Can
go.
you see me?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just not going.
Okay, dry that off and bring it back, please.
I did.
Oh, you did? Okay, thank you. All right, so imagine that you now directed your child to sit. While they're sitting there, you can be in the bathroom, but I would be chill. You want to kind of let them sit there and have some quiet potty time. How long do you let them sit there or direct them to sit there? 1 to 2 minutes. Why only 1 to 2 minutes? Because a lot of kids will become averse to sitting on the potty if they have to sit there for long periods of time. And so it's not a good way of starting out the potty training. The other thing is you're going to be directing them to go potty again shortly. Sorry, hold on for a second. Ella, Rose, and Lillian, please get your iPads and do your iReady. So what you want to do is be in the bathroom, be quiet for 1 to 2 minutes. You can encourage them during this time. You can say, hey, please go get your iPads and go into the sunroom. No, after you do.
Just open her presents and that's it.
After you do your iReady, do one iReady lesson, then show me your scores. Please get your iPads and go in the sunroom. After you do your iReady lesson, then you can do Harper's birthday party. Okay?
Hey, and then can we do our iPad time?
No, you can have your iPad time later. Okay, so your child's sitting there for the first time, and in that 1 to 2 minutes of sitting there, you encourage them to go pee-pee in the potty, but you don't talk to them, you don't show them videos from your phone, you don't make a big deal, you just kind of sit there. If they start to pee, you want to nod your head, good, good. But wait until they've finished eliminating before you throw the party. Wow, you went pee-pee in the potty, you're such a big kid. And you want to help them, then learn to wipe. Here's your toilet paper. Yes, that's wiping, good. Let's dump this out. You dump it into the toilet. And then you say, you went pee-pee in the potty, and you would give them their reward. If they wanted the fruit snack, you went pee-pee in the potty, here's your fruit snack. Cool? So, after you do the initial celebration with your child, fruit snacks are so yummy, you want to set that timer. For me, I'd use Siri. I'd say, Siri, set a timer for 15 minutes. You're going to start taking your child or directing them to go to the bathroom every 15 minutes. Why? Because this is why it's called intensive. It's intensive because you're directing your child to drink and eat liquid-laden foods as much as possible. So they have frequent practice eliminating in the potty and being rewarded for doing so. what you're doing is you're creating multiple practice opportunities for them to learn when I eliminate in the potty. Well, first of all, to learn when I have this internal sensation and I eliminate in the potty, I get rewarded. You're teaching the new routine. Don't worry, when your child's 20 years old, they won't call you up and say, Mom, I just pooped in the potty. Can you send me $20? I've never heard of anything like that happening. And if it does, then please call me and we'll address it. But after a while, this will be their new norm. Right now, their norm is peeing not even thinking and just peeing in their diaper. But the new norm will be, when I feel the sensation, I go to the potty, I eliminate, and then I go on. That will be the new potty dance after you do this intensive toilet training. And when I say after, really, this type of, your child, for about a month, you're working on toilet training. You're really teaching the concept in 2 days, 1 to 2 days of intensive. You're teaching the concept and getting it started. But you're going to have to do things for a month to get them to, again, stop and think in response to that sensation. And you're still going to need to sprinkle out some rewards in the next month. But if you spend 1 or 2 days, you can really get the ball rolling in the direction of your child learning to respond to that sensation and go to the potty. So after you do the initial demonstration with the doll, and then it's your child's turn, you're going to set a timer and encourage your child to drink as much as possible. About every 15 minutes, you're going to be saying to your child, oh, let's go potty. Now, at the start of the day, you're going to be saying, let's go potty. As the day goes on and your child is starting to get it and that they're starting to initiate going to the potty, they're starting to stay dry, have less accents, your directions are going to be more vague. You want, again, your child to start taking some initiative. So you might say, oh, do you need to go potty? This is, again, later on the day when you want them to start kind of judging for themselves if they need to go. Oh, are your pants dry? Even that question of, are your pants dry? Again, less of a direction that they need to go. The other thing that you're going to be doing starting on day 1 is as your child is showing more success, in the afternoon, in the evening, you'll be fading out that constant delivery of liquids. You'll also be increasing the duration of time that you direct them to go to the bathroom. This is why I encourage you to write down when they have accents, when they're successful, and I will send you a data sheet that's very easy to use, because that lets you know kind of how good your child's bladder control is. And you can start to set your timer to go off for longer periods of time as you see them having greater success of staying dry and starting to initiate. So you really want that information to help drive you later on through even the first day as to how often you need to be reminding your child to go potty. If you call me up and say, I need help, I also like seeing your data, because sometimes I just tell parents, like, no, you're on the right track. Yeah, your child's having some accidents, but look at this morning compared to this afternoon. They're getting it. Again, your child's going to have accidents after you do the intensive toilet training and on day 1. But accidents are learning opportunities, and we're not going to punish your child for having accidents. You're just going to, again, we're going to talk about this, but really it's, okay, well, next time you have to go pee or poop, let me know. We'll go in the potty. And we do what works. And what we want to do is stack this so the rewards are for successful elimination. And the praise is for successful elimination. And when your child has an accident, that's really just a missed opportunity for them to get a reward. But you know what? You're going to remind them, like, hey, no big deal. Next time if you go pee in the potty, you can have a fruit snack, or you can have whatever it is, treasure. If your child does not go after the demonstration with the doll, if your child sits there and they don't go after 1 or 2 minutes, I'd say, hey, thank you for trying to go pee-pee in the potty. Now, let's put your underwear back on. If you have to go pee-pee, we're going to go to the potty today. We'll try again in a minute. And if your child's crying, oh, I want a fruit snack, I'd say, oh, you can have a fruit snack when you pee in the potty. We'll try again in a minute. And even though they might be a little bit upset that they didn't get their reward, even though they found the potty, don't worry. You're going to be directing them to go potty in 15 minutes or less. Let's say that on the first opportunity they didn't pee during that 2-minute window. It's okay, because let's say that my baby here starts to like show signs that she needs to pee. Maybe she's moving around a lot and you're like, that's a pee-pee dance. What I would do is, even if the timer hasn't gone off for 15 minutes later, I'd say, oh, let's go potty. It looks like you have to go pee-pee. And if she goes then, she gets a treat. So it's okay if your child sits there the first time and doesn't pee in the potty because they're going to have more opportunities. And at the first part of toilet training, you're setting a timer for 15 minutes and encouraging your child to drink a lot. You're also doing dry pants checks. So if you're sitting there after you leave the potty, the reason why I encourage you to do things with your child is because you want to, one, be watching them like a hawk if they have wet pants or they're starting to have an accident. If they're starting to have an accident, you want to say no and quickly rush them to the potty and then go, okay, now pee, now poop. If you notice they have wet pants and they've already had an accident, I'd say, oh, it looks like you had an accident. Remember, next time you have to go pee in the potty. Let's go pee in the potty. And even if their pants are wet, I would say, oh, looks like you might need to go pee. And I would direct them, even if they have wet pants, to go and try to pee. And if they finish peeing in the potty, I'd reward them. And I wouldn't make a big deal that they were starting to have an accident. All right. Oh, you're okay. You're okay. I'm going to look at my notes here, see if I missed anything. This is why I like doing interactive trainings, because usually people are good about asking me questions that might not necessarily be in my handouts. One question is, what if you have a boy? Should you have a fancy potty? Should you have a shield? Direct boys to hold their penises down. A lot of times, even if there's a shield, the shield does not prevent sprayage. With boys, if they want to stand instead of sit, that's fine, but tell them when they have to go poopy, they have to sit. And I do like starting with boys sitting as opposed to standing, because we're not targeting poop necessarily in this intensive toilet training. What we're telling, like usually what happens is your child goes to pee and they're sitting to pee and they end up pooping too, and then you reward that even more. So if your child is having difficulty with the poop, if they learn to pee in the potty after this, but the pooping is a big deal, contact me as soon as possible, because there are a lot of children who don't realize until we start doing potty training that are constipated. And a lot of kids, because when they poop, it hurts because their poop is big and hard. They try to avoid it, which makes their constipation even worse. So if your child has any hiccups, feel free to contact me. I can help you problem solve. But usually, as your child's sitting to pee, sometime during that time, they will poop in the potty, and you can reward that. And in essence, you're getting the poops for free in the potty. But if your child starts to become averse or show hesitation with the pooping, let me know. We can troubleshoot that. Again, most children who do this will become toilet trained without a problem. But there are some children that do have difficulties. It's not abnormal. You just need to consult with someone like myself and probably your child's pediatrician to address it. So, again, this approach is, we are going to reward your child for going and eliminating in the potty. We're going to help them by directing them as much as possible, letting them know clearly what it is that our new expectation is. And if your child has difficulty, let me know. We'll get through this together. It's okay to say, I'm going to press pause and consult with someone. I'm trying to make this as easy as possible, but I'm sure I'm still missing parts where you'll have a question that I didn't address, and that's cool. That's cool. Let me know. We'll figure it out. Okay, so day one, we're calling this intensive because we're getting your child to drink a lot. We're directing them to go potty. We're rewarding them for when they go, and if they don't go, we're saying it's no big deal. We'll try again in a minute. If they have an accident, we try to stop them when they're in the context of having the accident, direct them to go. But if they have an accident, we say, okay, well, next time you have to go pee or poop, go in the potty. We help them to change. This is a good thing to do. I mentioned this earlier. If you have multiple children who are toilet trained, they're going to, of course, see their younger sibling get rewarded for going potty. And if they're not much older, they'll say, well, I want an M&M when I go pee in the potty. Just give them an M&M. It's actually an opportunity to highlight, hey, there's a paycheck for going pee and poop in the potty right now. Make your house a big pee and poop party. You can have everyone, when they have to pee and poop, they can announce it. Oh, I gotta go pee. I'm gonna go pee in the potty. I love fruit snacks. well, Mama just peed in the potty. I'm going to have a fruit snack. You can have a big family treasure box. You won't have to do this forever. But for right now, this kind of family potty party atmosphere is helpful. Your kids eat it up. I talked about what to do when your child has an accent. Asron and Fox recommend what we call overcorrection. I don't recommend it. I don't use it. I don't typically use overcorrection as an approach to when a child has an accent. Instead, I simply make it to where, okay, well, you had an accent. Next time you go pee in the potty, you have a reward. Now let's change your pants. Overcorrection involves the child then practicing what they should have done before, and most kids hate it, and it's part of Asron and Fox's method. I wouldn't recommend. Staying on the dry path after you've done these 1 to 2 days of toilet training, and on the second day, you can go back to, as normal of a life as you can have right now in the midst of this corona business. Hopefully, and life will go back to normal here. I'm making this video on March the 24th of 2020, so hopefully even as soon as next month we'll be back to normal, taking a trip to Target without thinking of coming into contact with the coronavirus. But if you started this training today, typically tomorrow you can start to go back to your normal routines. But that said, you still want to be doing dry pants checks. Check your child's pants. If they're dry, this gives you an opportunity to say, oh, I'm so proud of you that you're remembering to stay dry. Remember, if you have to go pee-pee, go in the potty. It gives you an opportunity, those dry pants checks, where you're just kind of looking, making sure your child's dry, to remind them of this new game plan. Remember, their whole life, they've not been thinking before they eliminate. And that's really what you're trying to do, is stop and think and change how they respond. Well, teaching them to be aware of this new sensation that you want them to respond to. So not necessarily a new sensation, but you're wanting them to stop and do something different than eliminating in their diaper. And we get frustrated. I see people, even myself, get frustrated when, my child had an accent after I did this toilet training. This is still a very new song and dance. So don't get frustrated with your child. Again, they're going to have accents. What you can do is give them good direction. Remember, if we have to pee, we're going to stop, go to the potty. If you have to go pee, let me know. So giving them directions, continuing to reward them. Don't worry about rewarding your child too much. On the second day, you can reward bigger for independent elimination. So if your child goes to the potty without you telling them to, you can give a bigger reward for that. You can make a bigger deal of that. Also, kids love to see videos of themselves. They love to see pictures. You can have your child stand by the toilet pointing at their big poop and send that picture to grandma. Say, oh, grandma's going to be so proud of you that you put your poop in the toilet. Woohoo! Again, you can get out your squatty potty crown, put it on, and do a little dance. Have your child do a dance. And send the video to somebody that is important to them. So one, you can recruit other people's attention that is meaningful to your child, that makes them, one, want to go in the toilet, the potty. Staying on the dry path, what I would recommend is you really try to focus on teaching your child the new toilet dance for 2 to 3 days. If your child goes to preschool or to a child care facility, let them know that you just did toilet training, and kind of like if your child's in a class where a lot of the kids are still in diapers, and then what you can say is, hey, we did toilet training with my child yesterday, and they're doing really well. During diaper changes, can you direct my child to go to the potty? Can you make a big deal in class about my child using the potty so he feels really important? Also, the teacher would like you to know that don't put your child in things that are really difficult for them to take off. Like no more onesies. Ugh. Once your child's using the potty, no more onesies. Overall, things that are hard for your child to get off, give them away. Give them away. You want your child to be able to easily undress in order to use the potty at school. Also, send in a couple more outfits. Know what your child's school policy is related to toileting. When you come to school to drop off your child after they've been toilet trained, you can say, hey, before I leave, let's go see the bathroom here. And you can reward your child for going potty there. Also, ask your child's nanny or whoever's taking care of your child to please refrain from diapers, except for maybe nap time. You don't want your child to get a mixed message that diapers are okay. And again, diapers are so absorbent that, again, you want to teach your child a new dance, and putting them in diapers puts them back on the old dance floor that you don't want them to dance on anymore. Staying dry during sleep. Typically, if your child's toilet trained at 2.5 years old, they will start to stay dry at night. It's magical developmental milestone. But if they're not, just say these are our sleep diapers. And as soon as your child wakes up, if they're still wetting at the bed at night, that's okay. Just let them wear a diaper at night. But teach the routine is as soon as they get up to take the diaper off and immediately go to the bathroom. Make sure that your child's not staying in the diaper. Again, you don't want to send a mixed message. As soon as they wake up, I'd say, oh, let's go pee in the potty. Have the diaper off, have them go. Have them go to the potty before going to bed. And, don't restrict liquids at night. I mean, especially here in Florida, it gets so hot. Don't restrict liquids, but don't be giving your kid like a 72-ounce big gulp right before bed. I know that sometimes, I'll eat watermelon at night, and I'll end up having to get up 2 times. Same thing with your kids. Don't let them consume excessive amounts of liquid before bedtime, because that just makes it more likely they will have an accident. Make sure you have a good mattress cover. I see a lot of people who keep their kids in diapers at night because they're afraid that the kid's going to pee on the mattress. Get a really good mattress cover. Get 2 of them. That way, if your child has an accident at night and they wet the bed, you can just put a towel down and then over the wet spot. In the morning, if it's not a flood, in the morning, take care of it. So get a good mattress cover. That way, if you do have to change the sheets, it's not a big deal. Because your child is going to they will have accents, but after doing this, they should be far less. And let's see. Other questions? Just want to talk a little bit about poop. I see a lot of kids who are having poop problems these days. It's probably related to the diet. A lot of our children are not necessarily eating as many fruits and vegetables and fibers as they should be, and probably not drinking as much water. So one, I think as a parent, it's really important to work hard to teach your children to eat healthy. That said, there are some children who will eat wonderfully healthy diets and still face constipation problems. And constipation is subject to interpretation, but here's how I define it. It's hard for you to poop. And most people poop every day. And when you do toilet training, you might see that your child is not pooping regularly, or they're really struggling with the poop. And here's what I recommend is that, one, if your child is struggling with the poopy business, you talk to your pediatrician first. And if you find that your child's really aversive to pooping on the potty, or they're afraid of the toilet, consult with me. So we can, one, help your child take steps to overcoming that fear. And also sometimes we take certain approaches where we do still use diapers to help your child, one, not be afraid of voiding and learning to transition to the toilet. So please feel free to reach out if you have any hiccups along the way. And I hope this workshop was helpful to you. And life is back to normal for everyone. And when life is back to normal, hopefully your child will be more independent because they will know how to use the potty. Thank you.